down the neon street tonight. Everything is shining, feeling so right. We don't need a map to find our way. Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
Kosher pickle you got there, Max. I'm gonna keep this short.
Spinning in the starlight, we'll never stop. Dancing all night, taking it to the top. This is our world, let's live it loud.
Hey everyone, welcome to the All Elite Heat podcast. We are 2 Dynamites away from All In. Bobby, how you feeling?
Doing all right, Sheriff. Not too bad. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like after tonight, it's like it was like 11 days.
Oh, you muted. There we go. You're unmuted now.
Okay, good. Anyways, what I was saying. Okay, that's right. Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's 11. We're 11 days out from All In and Wembley, and like
Time flies,
after
yeah.
I know after today's like 10 days away. So like next Wednesday will be the go home show to All In Wembley.
Yep, so today we've got the second to last Dynamite, technically, and they were, I'm trying to remember, where were they tonight? They were
Baltimore,
in
Maryland.
Baltimore. Oh yeah, we saw MJF make a reference to that. We'll get to that later in the night. And so they started off the
Hey,
match with the man who,
Right,
yes,
right quick, right quick before we get down to the car tonight. How far away are you from Baltimore anyway?
from Baltimore. Because I've been to Baltimore by flight. I think it took me about an hour because Baltimore, Maryland. I'm in New York. You do the math. I don't know how
I
much it would
mean,
be for me to drive. Probably a long time. Probably like 10 hours.
I,
I've driven through Baltimore. Probably about 8 hours.
no way, no way. I kept thinking for some odd reason. I know you're in New York, but I kept thinking for some crazy reason you're like kind of close to Baltimore.
Oh well, it's East Coast. If that
Okay,
if that's
gotcha.
in that kind of way, I guess technically we are close. Anything's close, I guess, when you can fly. But
Okay,
Bobby,
gotcha.
you're in NC, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I'm in North Carolina.
you're closer to Maryland than I am, I think.
Well, actually, I'm a lot closer to Washington D.C. Actually.
Oh yeah, Washington. Well, technically speaking, DC is like not in Maryland, but it's like in that area, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. Yeah.
Cool.
But
So the very first match, we got a trios match. The main event was also a trios match. By the way, this show went overtime. This show, we didn't even start the main event until it was like 10 something. So AEW,
yeah.
they definitely packed this show. We have the man who's challenging for the AEW World Title at All In. We have Will Ospreay. He was teaming with Francesco Akira, and I suck. I
Uh, uh,
uh,
yeah, Hinari, members of the United Empire.
Hanari, yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you for saying the name. I was gonna butcher
yeah,
it. Yeah, and then
Hanaria.
Brian
They were,
Cage, Rocky Romero, Lance Archer.
yeah, members
They
of the
were
Don Callis family.
exactly. They were representing the Don Callis family. So they started off pretty much with this. They went right into it with Dynamite. They just had Will Ospreay come like straight out. So this was this we'll see actually more play out in terms of the storyline with the world title with Kenny Omega. We see more of that later in the night. But Ospreay did get a win here. He did get a win here with his teammates in the opening. Words on that, Bobby?
Uh, Pretty good. What a good opener to start off Dynamite tonight. Having members of the United Empire take on members of the Don Callis family back and forth. It's no surprise that Will Ospreay and his team picked up the win here to start off this match. Good back and forth. Good way to start off the show.
And it's funny because I don't watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, but uh, Will Ospreay made a reference to Callum Newman. Told him that he needed to I guess he's been calling him. I'm sorry, I don't watch New Japan, so I was completely kind of out of the loop. I know he's part of United Empire, but I'm like, what's the connection there? And But yeah, this was a pretty fun. All of the stories kind of interwove with AEW. They tend to do that a lot. Speaking of the Don Callis family, another member, Kyle Fletcher. We know that he still has kind of a because he's the international champion, and him and Takeshita have been feuding over that belt for quite like a while. And he basically called him out on the stage. He kept saying his name, saying that he was a coward, and basically talking down on him. So naturally, the man showed himself. And they kind of had a bit of a brawl. I would say that like it's it I would say that like it doesn't really neither one of them really got the best of each other. We saw Okada, well, actually, I skipped this part because Okada spoke before that with
Yep.
Paquette, and he basically said that he wants to see um, Kyle Fletcher basically raise his hand when he wins at All In. So there's a lot of friction within the family because they all want that title. They all want that same title.
Yep.
Um, I would say it was kind of a toss up between those three of them. No one really got the better of them. So I don't really know who has the momentum going in on that. But what do you think about that story so far?
Yeah, yeah. I'm in the same boat as you. I really don't know who has the momentum here. I assume Kyle Fletcher is defending the international title at All In. Uh,
Mm.
I mean, is he? I don't know if he. I assume he is.
I would, yeah. I mean, I would hope, right? It's well, I guess they have another dynamite to kind of clear that up. But I mean, we're getting down to the shot clock, Tony Khan.
Yeah.
Let's
Yep.
establish this. Let's establish this card. But like I mentioned, we were gonna get more on the world title feud with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. So, they again, we got what is it? Renee Paquette, that remarkable. That's key. The remarkable Renee Paquette. She basically sat down with them to speak about the match they're gonna have coming up, and this was like a because I had mentioned before that Kenny is kind of playing the heel in this scenario because otherwise it would be face versus face, which AEW is not allergic to, of course, but they do actually try to avoid it. They do try to adhere to some sort of heel face divide when they're doing feuds. So Kenny Omega, he's leaning into more of the heelish. He's still a tweener. I still consider him a babyface, but he's definitely leaning into more of the heelish stuff. He was making comments about like Will
Was
Ospreay's son and
right. Was there something before this though? Before this sit down interview? I felt like there was something
um
else before that.
if there was, I missed it.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Well, actually, do you want to try to look while I kind of explain the segment real quick? You
Uh
can if you want.
no, go ahead. I could have sworn there was something else before this sit down interview.
Cool.
I'm
It's
my mind be tripping. Anyways, go ahead.
no, you're fine. I do think the Fletcher thing was before that.
Yeah.
Because I know I accidentally skipped the Okada thing, but they made reference to that again with the on the stage with Fletcher Okada and Takeshita. So yeah. And then so with the we saw Renee again. Listen, it's deja vu because she's all over the show. That's why we're confused. It's Renee
Yeah.
Paquette everywhere.
Okay, yeah.
Basically, um, he says that in particular, he Kenny Omega basically saying is that he's going to show up as because we know that when he was AEW champion the first time, he was a heel. That was the peak like form of Kenny. So basically, he's
Yeah.
saying that he's going to show up as the cleaner. That's going to be the version of him. He's going to walk into All In and defend the title. And like I said, he was making reference to like Will Ospreay's son and making some really really low blows and trying to get under Osprey's skin. He's really leaning into the heel stuff here. And to be honest with you, I think that this is good. I think we need to see more of an edge from Osprey because Kenny's like, I'm done treating Osprey as a friend. And I think Osprey needs to do the same. I did not like at the last pay per view when he didn't want to hit Kenny because Kenny has a history of this kind of thing or whatever. No one's trying to hear that. Like, I need you to like lock in and like be trying to win. I agreed with John Moxley in that match. You can't. I mean, Osprey, you were on some bullshit. So I need
Yeah.
him to knock in and have that edge, and we're
I
starting to
know.
see that. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts here?
Yeah, I thought this was really well done sit down interview Renee had with both of these guys before their match at All In Wembley for the title. As far as Renee was going into history, as far as the first time they faced each other in New Japan Pro Wrestling at Wrestle Dream, uh, no, Wrestle Kingdom, my bad. And then like the previous times they met, I guess before Osprey came to AEW, and yeah, that was a pretty low blow there where Kenny Omega was talking about Will Osprey's son. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Kenny Omega's the heel in this. Obviously, it's you know,
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, you can't put any way around it. And I guess Kenny's lucky. I don't think he has kids. Well, Osprey couldn't really make a similar dig, but I doubt that he would have anyways, because he's very, very white meat. And unless I am again skipping something, we have the TBS champion Maya World. So she's defending her title again. So she's taking on Chris Statlander, Hikaru Shida, and Persephone. We know that she won the title actually from Hikaru Shida, so Shida's getting another chance at the championship. Persephone, we know she got a big win at Grand Slam Mexico, so her momentum is continuing to build, and she
yeah,
already holds one of the CMLL titles. I think
yeah.
she's the
She,
world women's champion.
yeah, I was gonna say she is the CMLL Women's World Champion. Yep,
Yeah, so she's the big fish over in CMLL. And so this was yet another defense for Maya World. I saw it online. I was a little surprised by this. People were surprised to see Maya retain. I don't know why.
I'm
Her
not.
title reign just started, and I like this. I think she has a lot of momentum. I think this is a fresh matchup. This is a fresh face, a young star that they're building. I don't see them, nor should they take the title off of her anytime soon. I think she's doing well, and she just dropped her first piece of merch. What are you guys talking about
Yeah,
online? What are you guys talking about?
yeah.
Who did you think was going to win this match? Persephone, Hikaru, Chris Statlander? I don't know. I
Well,
like this match. This was fun, by the way.
what's up, Jeffrey? How you doing? Jeffrey also says Persephone and Maya on opposite sides. TK hates me. LOL.
Jeffrey, I don't get my surprise one. Yeah, people were surprised she won. I'm like, guys,
No,
come
I
on.
think I think Maya World. I think she is just getting started. I think we haven't really seen her. I don't think we have really seen her peak yet, so to speak. I think she's just getting started.
Hi, Diamond Tremaine. I agree. I think she's just getting started.
Yep.
Um, and so I think we know that Sheeta and Persephone they have a bit of a rivalry kind of themselves. It's why did hello? Okay.
What?
Oh, okay. EC just joined and then he left. Interesting.
Oh, oh, wow, interesting. Oh, he's interesting.
So yeah, anyways, after the match, so the Brawling Birds, they delivered a message to the Divine Dominion. We know that they're gonna be taking the they're gonna be oop, what in the world? Why are you doing this? Who
Wait,
EC is
wait.
doing this.
I'm so confused here.
I also am confused.
Uh, I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's get.
Anyways, yeah, they're
Oh,
challenging for the World Tag Team. Cactus Katie has entered the studio. It's a
oh
family
wow,
affair.
wow. Okay, jeez.
What are y'all
Uh,
doing up at 11 p.m.? Especially you, Katie. Especially
but
Cactus Katie. Okay. Anyways, I guess we can kind of try to move swiftly on to the next match.
yeah,
Continental Challenge Cup. John Moxley, who is the current Continental Champion. He's taking on Swiss Switchblade Jay White. I was rooting for Switchblade Jay White. I like Jay White. I'm happy that he's back. He's got a lot of momentum. Before he went down with that injury, like I said, he was in the world's title picture. I think he was leaning towards at least challenging seriously for the title or remaining in contention, if not winning the championship. So I was rooting for him. This actually, to me, was one of, if not the best match on the card. Um, of course, John Moxley did win because I think that Moxley's going to go to the finals. He's going to go
Uh,
to the finals so that he can defend his title. Even Jeffrey's like, "What's
so
going on?" Yeah, what the hell was that?
yeah,
Maya
so
just got here. People got to be paid. Yeah.
yeah,
What are
so
your thoughts on the match?
I was gonna say, Sheriff. I think this was match of the night. Obviously, Moxley against Jay White. There was a moment in the match where I thought Jay White was actually gonna pull it out. I really thought it was going. I would have been alright with Jay White winning. I would have been cool with that, But this was really match of the night. I thought uh for the show. Moxley ended up pulling the win there, and then afterwards we got the Dolls came out and attack Jay White. Then we had the conglomeration come out, and then we had it, Adam Copeland come out, and then Christian came out. He was up there on the stage a little bit. Then he came down to make the save. And then we had the trios champs come out. Adam Page, Bandino, and Brody King come out.
And they issued a
All,
challenge.
yep. And then Ricochet's group came out, and yep. And then the Hangman grabbed the mic, laid out the challenge. He was like, "No, we ain't gonna miss all in Wembley." So he laid out the challenge for the three of them to put the trios titles on the line. So this leads me to believe that because later on we'll see a backstage segment with Prince Nana and
Exactly. Yep.
Swerve. So
The New Day might be
yeah,
teaming with
I'm I'm
Swerve.
I'm start, I'm starting to feel like the rumors are going to be true that we'll see Kofi and Xavier Woods in AEW. So it's just gotta be that promo Heyman did tonight, and that segment with Swerve leads me to believe that it's a foregone conclusion that we'll see Xavier Woods and Kofi in AEW.
I 100% agree. And honestly, if that wasn't the case, I don't think they ever would have left WWE, truthfully, if they weren't thinking of coming to AEW, because we would have seen them doing something else by now. So I think we're going to be here. And AEW wouldn't hint this much at it, if that wasn't where they were kind of leaning towards. So I'm excited. I'd like to see that. Jeffrey says Jay should have won. I think I wanted to see Jay win, or at least maybe go to the finals, so I haven't faced someone else. But I think Moxley is definitely going to the finals. But when he gets to the finals, I think that he's going to lose his title to whoever he's facing. I don't know who that will be at
Yeah,
this point. I don't know if it'll
it,
be Nigel McGuinness or whoever. Um, but we mentioned her a lot, so we got Renee Paquette again. She was talking about the tournament because we just finished that match, and then we got Orange Cassidy and Kyle O'Reilly. They came down and they basically took over they took over for her. Her segment was over the minute they showed up, and so then we had Moxley. He thought about kind of, I guess, he thought about kind of shaking hands with Switchblade. I think Moxley is still in that, because to me Moxley is the babyface, but he still tries to act like he's like a bit of a tweener, like he's in between. Sometimes he doesn't really know which way he wants to go with it. So that I think that's something that I think we're gonna see more of the Death Riders and the Bang Bang Gang. I think we're gonna see more of them, not just Moxley and Switchblade. That seems to kind of be like what they're hinting at. Anyways, moving on. The next match, Andrade El Idolo versus Jonathan Cruz. This was a squash
oh yeah,
match.
oh yeah. Before that,
This
Cruz
was a
came
squash
out.
match for the international champion. He defeated in a squash,
Uh,
and then he called out MJF. MJF
yeah.
teased that he was going to come out, played his
Oh,
music, but then he didn't. What actually happened was a pre-recorded segment of him in a hot tub back home in Long Island, and I knew it was pre-recorded because I'm in New York and it's dark. It was nighttime, and it was
yeah. I
light
was.
video. So
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, you're
It,
not
it, oh
actually,
yeah. I got to chime in
at
on
least
this.
that's not happening currently to you in real time." And he basically said he doesn't want to be in Baltimore because Baltimore sucks. That's where the pores are. he's going to be in Long Island where the rich people are in his nice nice big house. And so I think
Yeah.
Andrade, he basically wants to, because we know that MJF, he considers himself the one true champion, the OTC for short. There was a bit of a thing on Twitter about OTC because a lot of people associate that with original Tribal Chief, which is like Roman Reigns thing. He says not to shorten it to OTC. So of course I'm going to do that because I don't listen to MJF. He doesn't tell us what to do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what do you, Bobby, on this story so far?
Yeah. I gotta chime in on this. Apparently, this whole Jonathan
If you're
Cruz.
speaking, we can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I'm not sure why, or I can't hear you. Maybe that's just
Oh,
me.
how about now?
Let me make sure that's not just me.
Hey, check 1, 2. Can you hear me now?
Oh, that might actually be just me.
Oh,
Give me a second. Speak again.
how about now?
Perfect. Yeah, that was me.
All right.
Now,
All right. Now, apparently, this Jonathan Cruz fella that came out earlier, apparently MJF had him come out and read some sort of a bullcrap, whatever it was, doodah nonsense, and Andrade made quick work of him, but yeah, I think so. Anyways, I think they're facing each other, MJF and Andrade, at All in the Casino Gauntlet match, and I think
exactly.
the winner will become the number one contender to the AEW World's Heavyweight Title.
I think the two of them will eventually fight each other one on one, but they are both in the Casino Gauntlet match. Yeah, at All
Yeah.
In. They
Yep.
both kind of have their paths are crossing because they have shared goals and they don't align at clashes in that way. And at this point, actually, in the show, I started to get audio glitches. Did that happen to you?
Uh, no. If
Like
it
my
did, I
audio
might.
was skipping and then it went to commercial and then when it came back, it was like silent. And then eventually the audio came back and I went online and a lot of people said that they were having like issues too with their feed. It felt like a blast from the past. Like back in
Uh,
2019, AEW used to have some of those audio issues. Good
uh,
times.
I mean, if it happened on my end, I might have missed it
Do
because
you watch on HBO Max?
uh, uh, I did, but I was watching it on TNT. No, not TNT. Geez, TBS. Wow.
Oh, well, maybe that was the difference in fees because I was on HBO Max. So
Yeah. Okay, that might have been it then. Okay. Yep.
Jeffrey says, he DM'd Shay. Shay is a big, big, big Jay White fan. Of course, she was very, very, very upset to see him to
Wait,
see
wait. Who's a big Jay White fan?
Shay.
Shay
Shane,
is. Uh,
yeah. So Shayna, Shay. So what was next? Oh, so we know that Willow Nightingale is the AEW Women's World Champion. She's going to defend the title against Mercedes Moné at All In. Wow, wow, wow! All I can say is
but
that
there
this
was,
to me was
but
like
there
a
was
best.
Yeah, but there was an interview Renee did with Maya World after her match tonight, and
Oh,
Willow came up and
she,
congratulated her,
she did, yeah.
and she mentioned that to Maya, I think a month ago or something, that if she won the belt from Tekla, that Maya will be the first in line to get a title
So they're
shot.
gonna face each other.
Yeah, this Saturday. No, this Saturday collision for the AEW Women's World Title. It is made official. It'll be
Maya
Maya
World versus
World
Willow
take
Nightingale.
on Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's World Title. So
That is true.
yeah, I think it'll be a good match this Saturday on Collision.
And the announcers made a reference to that during this segment. They're like, these they have a lot of energy for each other, but if Willow wants to get to Mercedes, she's got to get through Maya World first on Saturday. Which let's be real, she's beating Maya World, but you know what I mean. It's that match was made for Collision, which is interesting. I like that thing that they do where the secondary champion in the division challenges for the world title. They did that with the TNT champion Kevin Knight recently as well. They tend to do that a lot. They did that even when Kyle Fletcher was TNT champion. He challenged for the world title. So I actually like when they do that because it makes sense. Who else would be the number one contender except someone who's kind of already winning and has the title? It makes sense.
No,
But
I
this
agree.
segment
Yep.
with Willow and Mercedes was like, this blew me away. This was amazing because they have such a long history. They have such a storied rivalry, and you can really see it kind of come to blows. So basically, the two of them they were separated, I think, for good reason, in different rooms, speaking to a screen, kind of like how me and Bobby are. They had them speaking to a screen. They were being answering questions, and basically, they started it started to get contentious because Willow says, you know, Mercedes, you've done everything to kind of build yourself into a star. You have the catchphrases, the outfits, the main events, all of that. But she's like, what you are is curated. The difference is Willow says is that she's real. The fans have seen her win. The fans have seen her lose. They've seen her success. They've seen her fail, and they've seen her win the AEW Women's World Championship. They've seen her also beat Mercedes Moné, and they will see her defend that title and beat Mercedes Moné again at All In. Obviously, Mercedes was not hearing any of this. Earrings came off, tempers flared, and then they went to find each other backstage. Mercedes kind of got the jump on Willow. They, you know, she hit her first, and then they both kind of brawled out to the ring. And then it was just like it was a big pull apart. Like there were so many people trying to hold them back, but you could see even Willow was like breaking through like 100 guys to get to Mercedes, and Mercedes was the same. She would break through like 100 people to get to Willow, and the crowd was really into it. It was really like electric. You could feel like the emotion and the tension. I think that this was an amazing set, especially for a show that's not technically the go home, because go home would be next week. It makes me think, okay, so now like what is do they just do they yeah, let them fight. That's exactly. You just kind of what do you even do next week? You can really just kind of keep them on ice till the next Sunday. So no need to be this Griffith. I agree. You know, she's always because Mercedes said that she's like, you know, she's always smiling. She's like, but ain't shit funny. She's always
Mm.
smiling. Ain't shit funny. Why are you smiling? And she's like, I'm smiling because I have a reason not to smile.
Yeah,
Because not because I have your number and you know it. That's not why I'm smiling, even though that's true. She's smiling because she knows that she knows that that's authentically her. That's just
yeah,
and she's real and Mercedes is
yep.
curated. You're a star, but you're not real.
Mhm.
I loved
Jeffrey.
this segment.
Oh yeah, I thought it was pretty good too. Jeffrey says Willow needs to be this aggressive. I agree there, Jeffrey. Willow does need to be aggressive in this match. But yeah, this was a pretty good segment. Nice little brawl before security came out and broke these two women up. It'll be a good match at come Wembley next Sunday.
Um so I think the because we were talking about the Continental tournament, the Continental Challenge Cup actually.
Yeah,
So our next match actually, because we already talked about the Prince Nana segment, that was actually after this,
yeah.
and so we can go to the next
We
match. So
had we had a
Hechicero.
Hitchens, yeah, Hechicero against Nigel McGuinness. Really interesting contrast of styles between these two. I thought it was a really decent match. Not surprised that Nigel picked up the win here. So he advances to the semifinals of the Continental Cup.
And the
So
story here is that McGinnis is like fighting through an injury. Um,
yeah.
so all the way to be at because he wants to be at Wembley Stadium. He wants to compete at Wembley Stadium. And I was rooting for him. I like Nigel McGinnis a lot. I was happy to see him get the win here.
Oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. I was too. But yeah, so far in the semifinals of Continental Cup, we got John Moxley and not Will Ospreay. Jeez, wow. John Moxley, Nigel McGuinness.
And so the so we actually had a segment. This was interesting. We had Kevin Knight and Darby Allen. When this happened, I wasn't sure if it was like a technical or if this was real. So we know that Kevin Knight he came out and he called out Darby Allen. Always want to answer a challenge. Darby Allen comes out to confront Kevin Knight, and then he like pyro basically explodes on the stage where he's standing, and it basically takes Darby Allen out. It was wild.
He,
Obviously, Kevin Knight capitalized. He beats down Darby, brings him to the ring, and then he does like a coast to coast, but he flips with it. It was a really athletic and cool move. It was actually pretty cool.
You
He
know, you know what that segment reminded me of. Just
the
watching it,
John
what it
Moxley
remind.
one.
No, no, no. That segment with Kevin
No,
Knight
I mean,
and Darby on the stage.
is it reminding you of the Moxley explosion? Do you know what
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about?
no, no, no. No, this. I was thinking a whole something different. That
Mm.
spot with them, the pyro and all going off on Darby Allin on the stage. It reminded
Oh,
me
is it Jeff
so.
Hardy?
Yeah. It was after Jeff Hardy finally won the WWE title in that triple threat match with him, Edge, and Triple H at that Armageddon pay per view, and Jeff Hardy finally won the belt. And then it was weeks after that on SmackDown. Edge was in the ring, calling out Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy came out, still the champ at the time, and that pyro explosion just it
It
did
was
the
a
same.
botch. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the same thing that happened tonight with Darby on the stage. That pyro and all hit Jeff Hardy. Same thing did with Darby tonight. That's what it reminded me of.
It did when I was watching it as well. It did. I actually thought you were going to reference the explosion with Moxley, but the one with Jeff Hardy actually makes the most sense. That's why
Yeah.
also I was like, because I've seen this happen where it was an accident and not planned. So I was like, is this supposed to happen, or is like,
No,
is it something like
clearly,
scripted?
clearly, because Kevin Knight took advantage. So this was a setup from Kevin Knight. I could tell, just simply by the way he took advantage of it. Because yeah, it was yeah. And then did you see when they were putting Darby on the stretcher? Did you see who came out to check on Darby? Did you notice it? It was Sting's son.
What is his name? Borden?
Yeah,
Stephen Borden?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yes. Not only that, they teased kind of a match between Borden and by the way, Sting's son. That is true. I sometimes forget that that's the case. That is
yeah,
his Sting's son. But Steve, I said Steve's son, Sting's son. But Stephen Borden, yeah, they teased a match between Borden and Knight.
yeah. Yeah.
And I haven't seen a lot of him. He signed pretty recently with the company.
He's been wrestling dark matches though.
Yeah,
He's still green. I know Darby's training him and he's been training him and everything. Jeffrey says
I think
Sting's
that this
son. Yep.
is Steven, yeah. I because they sound because it's Sting and Steven, I keep mixing up the words, but yeah.
He looks so much like, oh my goodness, like the face that his face, oh my god, he looks so much like his dad.
He
Like
does.
he, oh my goodness, like
And it's
it's a
sometimes hard to tell
clone.
because I know Sting wears face paint, but
Yeah, but I've seen interviews of Sting without the face paint. Steve Borden. Yeah,
and
they
he
look.
usually sweats it off by the time he
Yeah, they he is exact clone of his dad. That's crazy. Like, oh my god, like down the road, I think we're gonna see Stephen Borden with the surfer face paint back in the WCW days that Sting had, and oh my gosh, like it's crazy.
and so yeah, I think oh wow, I think that our main event is next. The trios match. So we have Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks, basically the elite, essentially, versus El Clone, Jake Doyle, Mark Davis, representatives of the
Bunkhouse.
family. Yes. So this match was really just all over the place.
Yeah,
I can tell you that the elite won naturally because Omega is obviously the champion. But there was a lot going on post match. This match started, like I said, after 10, and then there was like post match mayhem. I was like, is this show about to end at 11? It was wild. So basically, we know that Osprey and Omega, they're gonna be facing each other for the title. So we know that Osprey had to kind of get involved after the match had concluded, and they actually uh, had a or Osprey wanted an opportunity to really kind of get his hands on Kenny Omega, and but remember guys, Kenny Omega actually is still technically an EVP. What he did instead of like just brawling with Osprey before their match at All In. He called security. He called security on Will Osprey. No Gallus Callus tonight. Oh yeah, they said something. They said something about that, about why
Yeah,
he
so
wasn't there.
like it was back and forth match. Kenny Omega and the Butts won, and then all of a sudden Mayhem come out. The other Duncast family came out, did their thing, and then what else? We had Adam Copeland come out, and then
Yeah,
everything. They
and the
tried
crowd
to
sang his
even.
music like way
Yep.
long.
And then we had Christian Cage come out. There was a point where everybody was fighting everybody, and the Young Bucks accidentally super kicked Christian Cage, knocked him down. Copeland and either Marionette, they shoved one another. Uh, uh, Doyle came in. Uh, yeah, it was just mayhem all over. And
And like I
then
said, Kenny and the Elite they did win, but not only did they win the match, I would say Kenny overall got the better of this. He got the better of just this whole segment exchange anyway because he did call security on Will, which was low, but Will tried to fight his way out of security to get to Kenny, but then Kenny hit him with a V trigger. So he basically this is just a flawless victory for Kenny Omega and Elite, which makes me think it's not gonna be so flawless and victorious at the pay per view, but I assume we'll do a prediction show, so I won't go too far into that. Kenny was cool and collective during the interview, but Brian stabbed during the end. Yeah, clearly, because he was the one trying to get in Osprey's head, but we know who really ended up kind of, I guess, mad and heated. But anyway, what's your overall thoughts on the show, Bobby?
mm, I think it was a pretty good show. Wasn't too bad. Overall, I would give it like a. I'll give it a B plus. It was for what it was. I thought it was pretty good. We'll see about the go home show of Dynamite next Wednesday. Uh,
Yeah, I thought that this show was really strong. If this was like the go show, if this was the official go home show, I probably would have said B plus as well. But this was technically like a regular Dynamite. We're still 2 weeks away from All In. I'm gonna say A. I think that this was a really strong show. I'm gonna say
yeah,
actually why not? I'm gonna go. Mm, I was gonna go A plus. No, I'm gonna just go regular A. I'm not gonna go A plus just because I don't think the main event was the best match on the show. I think the
yeah.
best match on the show was the Moxley match with
Jeffrey said. Yeah, Jeffrey said they. So Jeffrey said Kenny was cool and collective during their interview, but finally snapped during the end. And he also said they probably turned Kenny to get Will over. Well, I think I really I'm a with Kenny Omega. Okay, like it don't matter to me as far as Kenny being a good guy or a bad guy or heel babyface one. Like I mean, I don't. It don't matter to me how they make Kenny Omega be, whether it's heel or babyface. So I'm fine with either one.
yeah, I like I said, they're not allergic to doing face versus face, but naturally it's best practice to have one. I think it was a good call to turn Kenny. One
Yep.
because Osprey winning his first world title, fans want to cheer for that. Fans want to be a part of that. And number two, Kenny is a better heel than Osprey is. I don't think Osprey should be a heel at all. I think he's a natural babyface. He can be a heel, but I wouldn't prefer that. So I think they made the best. I give it a yeah. I do too. I think that this was a really strong show. That
Mm.
segment with Willow and Mercedes was really strong. The main event was okay, even though I thought the Moxley match and with Jay White was probably better. I like the My World match. She defended her title. I like the stories they have going on right now. I thought that this was really good, strong show.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I guess we can kind of get out of here
We
because
we got two more Continental Challenge Cup quarterfinals this Saturday night
yeah,
on AEW Collision live from Santander Arena in Reading, Pennsylvania. 8 p.m. Eastern on TNT and HBO Max. Match one, Claudio Castagnoli faces Eddie Kingston in the Continental Challenge Cup quarterfinal, and another Continental Challenge Cup quarterfinal. I'll get it right. Orange Cassidy against Kyle O'Reilly. two members of the conglomeration going at it. That's going to be really good. I'm going to go ahead and pick Eddie Kingston to win his match. And that other match is a toss one. I'll be fine with either guy, but I'm going to go. I'm slightly going to pick Orange Cassidy to win that one. So I think both of them guys will advance to the semifinals of the Continental Challenge Cup.
I was
And,
going to give the same.
and we got the AEW Women's World Title match. TBS champ Maya World takes on champion
I'm
Willow
definitely watching that
Nightingale.
one.
Oh yeah, I think
Don't
I
have
may
my
check it
headphones
out.
on me. Yeah, I agree. This is a strong Dynamite. Well done. Round of applause. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. I know it was a late night. Listen, they ended late. Don't blame us.
Yeah. Blame it on AEW. We blame you, Tony Khan. You gotta stop doing this, man. For real, you gotta stop going over past a certain times. You've been doing that these past AEW Dynamites now.
Yeah.
All of us,
Are you
all of
trying to
us.
do 3-hour shows? Come on, man.
I know all of us has a life. All of us work, man. We got some of us got to wake up next mornings and work. Other people may enjoy their day off work. So you got to
Not
stop doing
all of
that,
us
Tony.
are billionaires, Tony Khan.
Yeah, I know.
Just kidding. Anyways, thank you guys. See y'all next week on the flip side.
See you guys.